Rep's Pegasus is an upgrade over any other option on the market, but there's also nothing else quite like it out there. It's best not to think of it as just a lat pull-down seat or even a highly adjustable pad for rows, curls, and a lot of other exercises, because with the removable leg rollers, it's also a brace for Nordics, and the list of things you can do with this goes on. I've even been able to do preacher curls on it, which obviously I'd be the guy who tries to curl on a seat, but it's by far the most versatile option out there. And with the ability to fit onto other manufacturers' racks, it's just about perfect. Though I do think they missed a pretty obvious opportunity to make it even better, but we'll get to all that. First, full disclosure time. Rep sent me this for free for the review, and if you enjoy our content and want to help me bully them into sending more stuff, then please use our affiliate links if you purchase literally anything from any of the companies we discuss, because they'll send us a small commission at no cost to you, which is how I keep this channel going. So thank you so much for your support. Now, let's break down exactly what this thing is. What Rep's done with the Pegasus is combine a few products into one, resulting in probably my favorite thing I've reviewed so far this year, because they haven't sacrificed any of the functionality of a lat seat or row pad in the process. They've essentially taken your traditional lat pull-down seat and made it so you can angle the pad. So now it also functions much like Sorinex's Bulldog pad, Bells of Steel's Seal Row pad, or one of the dozens of others, because literally everyone is making one of these things now. And maybe they took a little inspiration from the Infinity arm with its dual pivot points, but then they added even more functionality with the removable leg rollers that can attach to a rack and work entirely on their own. Now take all that and wrap it in a very polished and well done product, and you've got the Pegasus. It fits on 3x3 1-inch racks like Rep's PR5000, but Rep also has a 5/8-inch version coming for the PR4000. And once it's out, the Pegasus will fit on almost any 3x3 rack out there, because Rep very smartly fit this to fit on both metric and customary American racks. With typical imported equipment, which the Pegasus is, it's built to metric specs, so the tubing, hole spacing, and every other measurement is just a little bit smaller than its American counterpart. Cue American jokes here. What Rep has done to combat that is loosen up the tolerances some so it'll fit on other racks, and then added a knob on the side so you can tighten it down. And mine has fit on my Rogue Monster and every other 3x3 rack with 2-inch hole spacing I've tried it on. With that being said, there is some play in the rollers and even the seat, even when it's tightened down, and that's due to the tolerances of the pop pins and the roller tube. During use, it's not a problem. This thing is solid and stable, but it's a balancing act. For something that does as much as this, if you want it to be easily and quickly adjustable, you have to have some play between components, and I think Rep's done a good job of balancing it all out. Think about it. I can adjust the leg roller to 6 different heights with just one pop pin, or raise the height or angle of the pad to 28 different positions with 2 other pop pins. Sorry to my editor Dan for making you show all those, but I guess at least I didn't make him do the leg pad positions. It's a lot of versatility. I can easily change the height or entire setup without having to remove it from the rack, which makes it very easy to switch between my wife and I, although it's not nearly as easy to demonstrate when she's 8 months pregnant. Although her being pregnant does make for a really good opportunity to show how easy it is to install and remove the Pegasus, because although it weighs almost 50 pounds, if my wife can do it without killing me for asking her to, it's about as good as a demonstration as you can get. It's also a great example of the attention to detail and time Rep's spent on engineering this, because you've got a handle, a lip under the seat, and even a spot to store the mag pin on the Pegasus so you don't lose it when you're not using it. And the entire Pegasus can be stored on an upright, either in a horizontal or vertical orientation with or without the removable leg rollers. At this point, you probably have a pretty good idea of what the Pegasus is capable of, but it's the removable leg pads that made me rethink what I can do with it. Yes, I can remove the handle entirely to give me more space for exercises where I'm facing the Pegasus, but once I realized I could take these off and attach them to an upright, it opened up a lot of possibilities. Are you having a great day and want a reminder of how bad life can get? Try some Bulgarian split squats. Ego getting too big and need to be humbled? How do Nordic curls sound? Or maybe you made your pregnant wife take too many clips for a YouTube video and now you're working out alone and need something to hold your feet during core exercises. These rollers are big, the padding is fantastic, and this is the same high quality vinyl they're using on all their benches. I love these rollers, and they're a great example of how far Rep's come because their decline attachment and standalone leg rollers are at best generic imports. But this is what they need to put on everything. Throw some washers on here, and Rep really doesn't have to tweak much to create a double-sided leg roller for the Athena or for whatever else. Yeah, I'm sure I'm pushing the envelope of what this was truly designed for, but I know people will come up with a lot more ways to use the Pegasus than I'm showing here. Clearly, I really like the Pegasus, but I think Rep dropped the ball a little bit and missed a pretty big opportunity to make this work better with all of their existing cable options. Yes, it will attach to and function on all of them, but it doesn't cleanly integrate with them all. Here's what I mean. Rep already has the Aries 1.0, Adonis, and Athena, and on those, the trolley cable runs from the top of the upright and down the center of it. So I can attach the Pegasus on the front of those as long as the trolley is set above the Pegasus. Otherwise, when it's set low, the cable's in the way. But if you've got all those cable systems and you're touting versatility, which makes sense, we have limited space in our home gyms, why not design it so the cable can run through the middle of the Pegasus? Rogue's already done that with their seat, so has Prime and Sorinex with their Bulldog pad. That one change would have meant the Pegasus could work with a trolley underneath it, opening up the ability to use it for cable rows, curls, and other exercises on those setups. Now, if you're watching this review, which you are, that's a dumb thing to say, but if you watched our Adonis review where I called Rep out for not designing the low row on the Adonis so you could use it for upright pulls like I just showed in that last clip, just realize I removed the cable retention bolt from the low row so it no longer rubs. Yeah, I gotta be careful when I put my handle back, but it's a simple fix, and like with Rep not making space for the cable to travel through on this, it's a good example of a nearly perfect product missing just one thing. But here's the thing about the Pegasus. It's so good, I'm not just putting it on the Adonis, I'd put it on Rogue's CTM1, which we'll be reviewing, so subscribe for that one. But I'd put this on just about everything. If you're looking for an adjustable pad, I've got a few from Bells of Steel, random ones off Amazon, I've used the Infinity Arm, and quite a few others, and I think the Pegasus competes well and outperforms most. But the fact it's also a seat, or a brace, or you can use the rollers for other stuff, and it combines all those things very well, make it an outstanding product from Rep. They've done a fantastic job on everything from the packaging, which was excellent, to the tiny details like the chrome accents, pop pins, and even the knurled handle. It looks gorgeous and is a very polished design with a great build quality throughout. At $400 shipped though, it's not cheap. It's more expensive than Prime's Prodigy seat, Rogue's Monster, or Monster Light seat, and even Sorinex's Bulldog pad, though functionally this does so much more than any of those, so it's not really a fair comparison. I've used the pad as a brace for things like sissy squats and hip thrusts, which clearly I went way over the 300-pound weight capacity with, but I even tinkered with it for seated leg extensions. And while the resistance curve wasn't ideal, just like with standing leg curls, these types of exercises aren't what this was designed for. But they show why I like this so much. It seems like one of those things that when it comes out, you're thinking, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't somebody combine these items before now? It seems so obvious, but that's what makes it a great design. Let me know what you think. Has Rep knocked this one out of the park? Maybe there's another unique and versatile piece you want us to review. Let us know and check out this vid here to see some of the most interesting and useful equipment we've reviewed. Thanks to our Patreons, and thanks for watching.